In the Progressive American Flat Track Series opener in Daytona, Dallas Daniels was making everyone feel blue.
Dallas Daniels wins night number 1 at Daytona in 2025. The 32 is going to go back-to-back at Daytona. Dallas Daniels, double checkers are out. Taking the win is the 32 bike.
Winning the opening 2 rounds and trying to accomplish his ultimate goal of being a Grand National Champion. Will Dallas continue his dominance, or will one of the others step up to make life difficult? Exciting flat track action. Next on Fox Sports. Round 3 of the Progressive American Flat Track Series finds us at the Yamaha Senoia Short Track in Senoia, Georgia. Joined soon by Scotty Dubler and Colby Carlisle. Here is our host, Kristen B, with 2-time AFT SuperTwins champion, Briar Bauman.
Briar, 2 second-place finishes, rounds 1 and 2. Is that first win close? Can you taste it yet?
Yeah, I think that both rounds in Daytona, I tasted it a little bit early or a little bit late. So first night, I thought I really had it, and then the second night, I thought I had a really good shot at it. So just being back in the mix a little bit it's just encouraging. I spent a lot of time last year either winning by a long margin, which wasn't real often, or really off the back a little bit. So just being relevant, kind of racing with Dallas because he's been so good. I want to be the new me that kind of keeps things rolling and maybe takes them down. So I'd say it's close. I'm excited for a track like this here in Senoia. This track kind of suits my style, and I struggled on the KTM really bad. So ideally, I'd love to get the first one today.
You mentioned the last 2 seasons. You've experienced so much adversity, both personally and professionally. How has that allowed you to grow as a person?
Shoot, I think that you think things at the track are pretty difficult, and then you have things happen off the track and you realize that, man, at the track isn't so bad. I think that's one thing I've kind of started to realize is where you're at right now may not be great or might not be exactly how you pictured it, but at one time it is what you were probably looking for. So trying to take that into consideration when I do get down, or if we're having a bad day or things just aren't necessarily going exactly how we want it to. So kind of been the way since I lost my mom, and then just everything else. You grow. I just don't think I realized from 27, I'll be 30 this year, how much I was actually going to grow. If someone would have said, hey, mentally, not even physically, just emotionally as a person, how much are you gonna advance or learn or get better or grow? I wouldn't have guessed how much it's actually hit me, but it's kind of nice because there's a lot of situations that I wouldn't have been able to handle a lot longer ago that I am now.
And we're going to toss it down to Scotty in the paddock.
Thanks, Kristen. I'm down here in the pits with Braden Fanders. Braden, 2 5th-place finishes at Daytona. How you feeling today?
Feeling pretty good, and we're ready to get rolling here tonight. We had some good 2 nights at Daytona, and ready to carry that momentum here into Senoia.
So a really rough track at Daytona, a super smooth track, but it's a lot higher banked, a lot faster momentum.
Yeah, this track really tailors the Pennsylvania track, which I like. It's really fast. These fast car tracks, I love them, so we're ready to get after it.
Braden Fanders on the number 83. Got Roos Evans over here. Aiden, last time we were here, you got a career-best 4th-place finish. What are you looking for tonight?
Podium. I'm looking for podium. I love these sprint car tracks. That's what I grew up on, race sprint cars, so it's a fan favorite for me.
So sprint car tracks makes you feel right at home?
Yeah, I love being against the wall. The sketchier it is, the better in me. So if I'm hitting the wall, I feel more comfortable.
Hitting the wall, he feels more comfortable. That's Roos Evans on the 26 Yamaha. We're going to come over here. This guy, he's one of the oldest guys in the singles pit area, but you are fast time out here today, fast qualifier. Put you on the pole for the heat race. What's going to be the key to getting the victory?
Honestly, probably good starts all tonight in the heat race and the main, and try and get in that dash and win that dash money too.
So growing up in Pennsylvania, a lot of tracks like this back home?
Oh yeah, I love the slick car tracks. Throttle control comes in key, and yeah, the bike's working good. We've made some changes to make it better at each session, and yeah, P1 in qualifying, so we'll take it.
He says he's the old man, but I think he's still in his 20s. I don't know how being in your 20s is that old. Now, speaking of old guys, now we'll go to the young guys right here. Ethan Kitchen, man, you are flying out there on the 105. Got a career best finish at Daytona with the 10th place. How'd you do that?
Really put the mind to it and tried our hardest. It was our first race for AFT, and round 1 was definitely a struggle just to get to learn everything. But round 2, we got our hands around it, and we made a top 10 finish.
Well, you're flying out here tonight. I think you were fastest in practice and up near the top in qualifying. So what are you looking for the rest of the night?
I'd really like to have a top 5. That is what we're looking for. We had a top 10 that checked our list, and now we're looking for a top 5.
Ethan Kitchen, you might have seen his brother Brandon Kitchen the last few years. Ethan is taking over the reins. He's on the 105. And now to find out more about the racing action here tonight, let's go to the front straightaway and my partner, Colby Carlisle.
Thank you, Scotty. And here we are for our 3rd of 9 short tracks for the year. This one, unlike Daytona, is a clay surface. In Daytona, it was loose. You really needed to steer the bike with the rear brake traction in the center of the corner to get it turned. Here, all about rolling through the corners, keeping your wheels in line, getting as much drive off the corners as you can. One challenge that's going to present itself today, the starting line. Here we have a 10-degree bank start. This is going to see a lot of riders where their rear wheels will drop down after they let the clutch out. Another thing at this track that's different than Daytona, 5 degrees of banking in the bottom of the corner, 13 degrees at the top. This allows multi-lined action, and you're allowed to slide job someone going into the corner. Guys, this is going to be a great day of fast racing.
Thanks, Colby. Let's take a look at some stats about Senoia. This is the 3rd year for the Yamaha Senoia short track, and Yamaha has been shut out in victories in both classes. Dallas Daniels, Tom Drain looking to change that narrative here tonight. Chase Sadov's disastrous Daytona, not as bad as originally thought. Instead of being 22 points behind the leader, Cody Kopp, he's only 11 points behind second, Tom Drain. Cody Kopp has left the flat track scene to go road racing. Henry Wiles sits tied with Chris Carr and Jared Meese atop the all-time short track victory list with 9. After an inspirational Daytona, can he and the Kawasaki will themselves to victory here tonight? Another rider who switched brands this offseason and making some waves is Davis Fisher, who will look to build upon his opening round success. The last stat of the day, can Brandon Robinson or Briar Bauman give Harley-Davidson the first win on the XG 750? Those are the stories from the AFT paddock, racing and more from the Yamaha Senoia short track when we return.
The Progressive American Flat Track Series is being brought to you by Mission Foods. Mission Foods has you covered with race day recipes that are too fast, too tasty.
Welcome back to the Yamaha Senoia short track. Up next, it's the AFT singles class. Colby, tell us what is an AFT single?
Scotty, an AFT single is a motocross 450 that you can go and buy at any dealership. You take it home, you lower down the suspension, you put on a 19-inch front wheel, Dunlop flat track tires, and that's basically what it is, ready to go.
One of the riders who stood out earlier today in practice and qualifying is Aiden Roosevans. Earlier today, we caught up with him.
I really think it's just mentality and being a sprint car person. You know, I have that advantage, and when I come to these tracks, it's like in love with me. I love them. I always excel at them, and whenever I do, I always want to race a sprint car the day after. It's my favorite thing to do.
Let's take a look at how we got here in the AFT singles class. Heat race number 1, Dalton Gauthier on the bottom of the racetrack. Roos Evans on the high side. Roos Evans would had the lead for a while, but the 79, who always goes good here at Senoia, would make the pass and come up the inside. He would take the lead right there, and that was good enough to go on to take the win in heat race number 1. The 79 looks so strong out here today. Heat race number 2 would be up next. Keep your eye on the pole center. The 59 gets it really sideways, Colby.
The 59 also bottles up Chase Sadoff in Braden Fanders, the sophomore rider, able to capitalize on that. Will grab the whole shot and start leading him down the back straightaway. Braden Fanders able to bring this one all the way to the checkered flag and grab heat race 2.
Yeah, I worked my butt back into shape this offseason, and we're here to win, that's for sure.
Up next for the singles would be your first impressions challenge race. It was Fanders on the inside, grabbing the whole shot. Dalton Gauthier was there. Also in there was Roos Evans and the 55 of Raggio. Down the back straightaway, 2 riders collide. It's the 2 leaders. The 83 goes up and over the handlebars. That is Braden Fanders, and the 79 was collected in the event. That leaves it just to 2 riders. Roos Evans would grab the whole shot. Raggio gave him everything it could. He comes up just a little bit short as Roos Evans wins his first ever challenge race out here in Senoia. Let's take a look at the AFT singles presented by Kicker's starting lineup. Due to the incident earlier, we have just 2 riders on the front row, the 55 of Tyler Raggio, the 26 of Aiden Roos Evans. Keep your eyes also on the 59 of Tom Drain starting 7th, and way back on the 3rd row, the 88 of Chase Sadoff. And now let's go down to Kristen Beat with a pre-race report.
Chase Sadoff, Tom Drain, and Trevor Bruner, 3 riders who at the beginning of this season we expected to be in the championship hunt, but it's Trevor Bruner who tonight really needs to focus on closing the gap. He has 21 points removed from that title hunt. Today I had a chance to check in with his team owner, Mike Turner, and Mike said, listen, Daytona was not indicative of the work we put in this off season. It doesn't count. The real season starts here tonight in Senoia. We saw some of that work from Trevor Bruner earlier in the day. He qualified 11th, worked his way into 3rd in his heat. He will now be starting from the 2nd row tonight, and I'm really curious to see what he can do with this track, guys.
Yeah, I think it'd be huge for the 21 of Trevor Bruner. Mike Turner lives now in the area. It'd be like a home race for Mike to come out here. If Bruner could pull off the victory, it'd be huge.
Huge for him and the team for sure. Last time in 2023 here when he raced, he ended up with a 4th place finish. So obviously looking to best that tonight. Starting on the 2nd row, good opportunity for that.
Main event time for the AFT singles presented by Kicker. The 10-second board is up. We got 15 riders on the racetrack. 6 minutes plus 2 laps. Watch the lights. Here we go. Main event for the AFT singles presented by Kicker. Who's going to get the whole shot? The 55 on the bottom, the 26 on the outside is Raggio. Roos Evans takes the lead into turn number 1. Here comes one rider going to the high side early on. It'll be Roos Evans leading him off of turn number 2.
Roos Evans leading him off of turn number 2, grabbing another whole shot tonight with Raggio right there. Tom Drain already up to 3rd place with Declan Bender running 4th. Evan Renshaw wasting no time going to the high line along with Chase Sadoff.
Look at this big group of riders. They're all stacked up together. Still one rider still trying that the high line where Roos Evans is planted at the bottom of the racetrack. Raggio there. Here comes Drain. Drain going around the outside. He takes over 2nd from Raggio.
Right now, Drain's got the opportunity while Chase Sadoff is still a little bit behind. Chase Sadoff in 4th place right now with Tom Drain in 3rd, making the move around the outside of Raggio for 2nd while Roos Evans is still leading this thing out front.
It looks like rush hour traffic in downtown Atlanta tonight here in Senoia. It is Roos Evans, the 59 of Drain. Here comes some gold rims around the outside. That'll be Sadoff on the 88.
Sadoff's trying to make the move right now and get away from Drain while the track's still fresh, making the high line work. Drain's getting held up a little bit on corner entry there by Roos Evans. Roos Evans playing a smart game, being a little defensive while he's in the lead.
So Roos Evans running the bottom of the track. Here comes the 88 around the outside. He wheels it into the lead. Chase Sadoff, your new leader on the 88 Rick Ware Racing motorcycle.
Yeah, it's not going to be long till Tom Drain probably does the same thing coming into turn 3 here. He needs to stay on Chase Sadoff's back wheel because from the 3rd row already to the lead of this race, they figured something out.
Let's check in with Kristen Beat with Chase Sadoff. What do you know, Kristen?
Chase Sadoff has been working at times with the 10-time champion Jared Mees as a mental skills coach of sorts. He told Chase at the beginning of this season he wants to see him race calmer. He wants to see him be at times less aggressive and more focused. This is a Jared Mees line right here.
I like it. He's running 1 or 2 lanes higher than the Yamahas. We got a new rider in 2nd to be the 59 of Drain. Roos Evans goes up and kisses the wall off of turn number 4. Maybe rattled a little bit.
Yeah, Roos Evans a little bit more of an unexperienced rider being this far in the front. He's got to settle down a little bit, get back to his line and not allow Raggio to go around. But the 65, Evan Renshaw, he was the first guy to go up the track, up to 5th place right now, making the top work. He's got my old tuner, Cody Kopp's old tuner, Andrew Butler. They put something together and he's working that high line perfectly.
Renshaw has nothing to lose, started way back there in 12th. Here is Roos Evans getting it wild off of turn number 4 and bouncing off the front straightaway wall, just about right there, touches it. And that was just a little bit too much throttle and drifting up the racetrack. But yeah, Renshaw started back there in 12th on that 65. He went straight to the high side. He's making it work.
Yeah, Roos Evans has got a lot of rebound on that thing, and he's been able to rebound not only the suspension, but himself getting away in 3rd place with a few bike lengths. But Tom Drain coming up the inside of Chase Sadoff here. Chase Sadoff electing to keep that high line. But when Tom Drain sticks a wheel in there, he's going to have to think about it.
This is the battle we've been waiting for, the 59 and the 88. Here comes the 88 in lead. Now Drain has somebody to chase after. Now Chase Sadoff slides down to the bottom right here. Let's check in with Kristen Beat. She's got some more on Tom Drain.
A busy weekend for the Drain family as he's inching a wheel up on Chase Sadoff here. Tom Drain's brother Sam Drain racing in the Moto America Talent Cup this weekend. So imagine being their dad, your son racing in the American Flat Track Series, going for the win. His brother in the Moto America Talent Cup race
Yeah, right now, so the biggest difference I'm seeing is Chase Sadoff's coming in lower than Tom Drain, and it's making him drift up in the center right here. Tom Drain's not coming in with as much speed, but he's able to hold that line. Chase Sadoff, if he makes one little bobble, Tom Drain's gonna go up the inside of him. He's just allowing the bike to drift up right here where Tom Drain's staying lower.
Bruce Evans has rebounded. He's right there in that third spot, settled down a little bit. Renshaw started 12th. He's up to 4th with Raggio now in 5th. We're watching these two. These are 2 of the 3 riders that won every single race last year. Take Cody Kopp. He's gone road racing. See how these two can carry the torch.
I'm so impressed right now with Bruce Evans. You know, as a rookie rider in this class, being up front like this, you're going to get worked up in the beginning. But now that we're 4 minutes into this race, he's calmed down, he's rebounded, and he sees a potential not only podium, but win in sight.
Can Chase Setup hold off Tom Drain? Stay tuned to find out. Welcome back to Georgia. Will this be Chase Setup's night, or will Tom Drain sneak in another win? In his last season here, Bruce Evans finished 4th, a career best. He's trying to better that here tonight. He loves this racetrack. Here comes Renshaw on the 65. The first impressions, Husqvarna looking up the inside now. He goes to the high side going into turn number 1.
Yeah, 4 different brands here in the top 4. Like I said earlier, and Tom Drain, I think he makes the move up the inside of Chase Sadoff there. Chase Sadoff has to be absolutely perfect. Tom was not able to finish the move there, but Chase cannot allow Tom to sneak up in there because it'll be very easy to block him down the straightaway.
A little backfire off the 59 going into turn number 1. That happens when you let off the throttle. You can see the back of the exhaust pipe is glowing red. The 59 on the prowl up the inside. Here comes Drain.
Yeah, that's it right there. Oh, Chase Sadoff sticks with it. A very aggressive rider, extremely confident. You have to be right now. He cannot allow Chase or Tom to get underneath him.
0.006 at the line. We're down to 1 minute and 2 laps remaining, and we got ourselves a race on our hands for the lead.
What Chase Sadoff's doing right now is so impressive to show his confidence of how he's willing to keep running that little bit higher line, allowing Tom to stick his wheel in there, but knowing he's going to be able to get the drive off the corner and into the corner.
He's got Brian Bigelow in his corner telling him exactly what to do. This time Chase goes even wider off of 4. Opening up the door for the 59, but he's not close enough to stick the wheel in there just yet.
No, if Tom can get about 1 bike length closer, I think he's going to be able to do something with him on the straightaway, like I mentioned. I just think Chase's line's opening up the door for Tom here, but Tom's not able to capitalize yet.
Here comes Renshaw also. We got him more in our sights right now, the 65. He's closing on the 59. I believe he might run out of time. The clock is about to expire. Here comes the 59 up the inside. Tom Drain trying to make it happen.
Renshaw all the way up from the 3rd row, the final transfer spot. The 3rd row, 12th starting position up to 3rd place now as Tom Drain keeps pressuring Chase Sadoff up the inside.
Sadoff goes in lower this time, but again drifts up the racetrack right in the middle. Drain is there on the 59 Estenson Yamaha. It is the Rick Ware Racing bike in the lead, the 88, trying to win as he goes way up the racetrack. Here comes Drain looking at the bottom. 2 laps to go. The clock has expired.
And that was the closest Tom Drain's had the shot. Chase Sadoff went higher than he's done all race long there, allowing Tom in. Tom's moving up a little bit as well. This is getting spicy with only 1 lap to go this coming time down the front straightaway.
Here comes your leader. Goes wide again. Now Drain's starting to go wide. There's the white flag. 1 lap to go at Senoia. Will it be the 88 or the 59?
The tires are getting a little warm. Tom's not able to hold that bottom line. Maybe he's trying something here. Chase Sadoff down the backstretch for the last time, Scotty.
Here he comes into turn 3 and 4. Here's a little bump. He goes up the racetrack. He started way back there in the 9th spot. The 88's going to take the win at Senoia. It is Chase Sadoff.
Chase Sadoff grabbing the win there over Tom Drain. Tom Drain breathing down his neck for the entire 6 minutes, able to come from that 3rd row all the way up to the win. And a huge congratulations to Evan Renshaw coming from that 12th spot on the 3rd row all the way up to a podium position. Aiden Bruce Evans, that challenge winner earlier today, grabbing a 4th place finish, and Trevor Bruner in 5th place.
His 4th career win. His first 3 wins were all last season. They've shown you what he's got here tonight. Let's go down and hear from our winner, Chase Sadoff.
This season, Chase and I have talked in extent regarding keeping the dog on the leash, staying tapered, staying cool, staying calm, staying collected. But did you let him off the leash tonight?
Yeah, man, I struggled all day long out here. And I told Brian before that main event, I was like, dude, I might be on the 3rd row, but I was like, you fix the problems that I'm having, and I was like, it's a guaranteed win. And I never think like that. I'm always, I feel I'm very humble about that type of stuff, and I told him, and he thinks that I was being mean about it, you know, because I kept telling him that. But I definitely did let the dog off the leash in the main.
Congratulations, Chase Sadoff, with his first win of the season.
Here's a look at the pass for the lead. Sadoff went around the outside again. Looks like about 2 or 3 lanes wider right there to go around Route 7.
Yeah, letting the dog off the leash was the perfect way to phrase it. He rode that race with absolute confidence, and he said it on the podium. He did it the whole entire main event to bring off that win.
Let's go down that victory podium, and Tom Drain finishes up second place.
Tom, if you had one more lap, would you have tried anything different?
Not really. Chase he rode really good there at the end. I just made a couple mistakes there right when I was trying to get through to get the win, but it was so close and he rode really good, so it's definitely pretty hard, but it's good to be on the podium here.
Tom, well done, guys. You could just see the frustration in Tom Drain's posture as soon as he got off the bike. He was shaking his head, very disappointed in this second place.
It shows just how good they are when you are disappointed with second place. As now we look at the updated points. Tom Drain is your points leader. Chase Sadoff rebounds with his first win of the season, moves into second. Cody Kopp, who is gone road racing, he's still in third in the points. And Trevor Bruner and Evan Renshaw moves up to the 5th spot.
Dalton Gaudier in 6th place in points as well.
Let's go down to that victory podium with our 3rd place finisher. Started 12th, Kristen, Evan Renshaw.
With his first pro podium, Evan Renshaw, do you feel like he's took a step forward with your program tonight?
Yeah, that was great. I knew from starting on the 3rd row I'd have to fight, and that's what I did. I was just putting on my laps, riding hard, and that high line was really working for me. The grind never stops. We got to keep working and keep getting up here on the box more and work towards that main goal.
Congratulations, Evan Renshaw, rounding out the podium for that First Impressions team.
Well, one more race left here at the Yamaha Senoia Short Track. Welcome back to the Yamaha Senoia Short Track. This week's Dunlop Tire profile is Jared Vandekoy.
Confidence is key, obviously. Just being comfortable with the team, comfortable, you know, in November instead of January. It's just been a pressure off the shoulders. It's been for Jen and I, my family, just everyone, you know, it's, hey, he's good. He has a ride for Daytona. Let's focus on bettering that ride and bettering himself. I got to work on myself a lot this winter, and it was a little bit different winter for me. I stayed home, you know, did the whole 9-to-5 deal and played husband and dad with the dogs, and didn't get to go to Florida and play with the guys this winter, but we had a good winter for sure.
Good luck to Jared tonight. And now, one last chance for Estes and Yamaha to get the win in their signature race. Before that happens, let's meet the AFT's Blue Crew.
My name's Dallas Daniels, and I ride the Estes Racing Monster Energy Yamaha in the SuperTwins class.
I'm Dave Pressler, and I build the engines for the Estes Yamaha racing team.
My name's Tom Drain, and I ride a 450 for Estes and AFT singles.
Hi everybody, I'm Tim. I sign the checks for all these people.
It's really good. It's definitely a really cool thing to ride for a team like Estes. It's I feel one of the biggest teams in the paddock, and it's really good because the amount of support we all have from each other, and like it's really good. Like Dallas on the twin, he always gives me advice when I come in. That's one really good thing about that. And then the whole team is we're all a really good group, and everyone gets along really well, and I really enjoy it.
Yeah, no, we definitely have a lot of fun. That's probably the biggest thing about this team that I enjoy the most is it's not really like you're a part of a race team. It's like you're just a part of a family. You know, yeah, the goal is always to win, and when you don't win, it's everybody is looking for the reason why or to how we can help that happen next time. But that's just the racers and all of us. Everybody that's on this team has come from either worked for a factory team, raced for a factory team, and high expectations for themselves and others. But we all have a great relationship. Like, we're friends. We could, you know, we're not just go to the races and then we don't talk till the next race. Like, we all, you know, go out to dinner together. We enjoy each other's company, and it's not just a business to us. It's like it's a livelihood, you know.
It's good. I've been in a lot of teams, and this is a good one. It's a good one. They they know when to leave you alone. That's good.
You know, whatever the result is on the track, if we can create an environment where we're empowering these people to bring their creativity and bring their out-of-the-box thinking, to bring things to flat track that at first we'll look at them and say, that's crazy, there's no way that can work. But we've been open-minded enough to go after that and really drive, you know, the ideas. Try 10 things, 9 don't work. We learn from those and we keep the one that did.
One more main event remains here tonight. AFT Mission Super Twins getting ready to take the stage here in Senoia. Welcome back to the Yamaha Senoia Short Track. Up next, it is the AFT Mission Super Twins class. Colby, what are we getting ready to see?
Scotty, these Mission Super Twins, it's a twin-cylinder production engine. You can buy these at any dealership or even on eBay, a custom chassis built around it. These bikes are ready to go racing.
One of the biggest stories so far today in the Super Twins class is Jared Van de Kooi.
Nights like these can go, you know, perfect or they not so much. You know, it's very important to kind of get a good start and get off to a good start in that heat race, and times are super close. So we're looking forward to the night show. Hopefully the track changes a little bit, even though, I mean, it's good, but it's going to get pretty racy. Nighttime comes, and we're excited for it.
Well, let's take a look back at how we got here in our Mission Super Twins class. In heat race number 1, Van de Kooi grabbing the whole shot, Breyer up the inside. Van de Kooi goes to the high side and makes the pass for the lead. Van de Kooi looked very strong on that 20 bike, and everybody went and tried something different, but Jared Van de Kooi on the 20 will take the win of heat race number 1. Heat race number 2 is on the line, and who are we watching in this one, Colby?
Dallas Daniels is the only rider that's able to get a clean start off the front row here, and he immediately uses that to grab a couple bike lengths over Davis Fisher. Bromley tried for the high side. Davis Fisher charged hard, but it'll be Dallas Daniels that ends up coming out on top with this one here in heat race 2.
Just wanted to get a good start, and that's what I did. And just wanted to log as many laps as I could and get into that dash so we had more track time to try some stuff. So that's what we're going to do.
Mission Challenge was up next. 4 laps, $5,000 to win. KTM on the bottom, KTM on the outside. Yamaha and Harley-Davidson. Van de Kooi gets sideways. Robinson grabbed the whole shot off the starting line. Fisher went into turn number 1 in third, squared up the corner. They were going 3 wide for a second. Fisher made a nice move and goes into the lead right here. Coming to this start, a stripe. Here comes Fisher, goes up the inside, takes over the lead. Van de Kooi did not give up on the high side, but Fisher had the strongest bike. They're 4 wide, almost coming off the line. Davis Fisher wins the Mission Challenge.
This feels so good for the team. We're on a new bike this year, and things are just clicking for us, and can't thank the whole team enough.
Let's check in one more time before they fire up the engines. Kristen Beat.
Breaking news right now. We just found out that Brandon Price, Billy Ross, Jared Van der Kooi, and Henry Wiles sustained a penalty after being late to staging, so they will have to start from the penalty line of this main event. And guys, no one is more heartbroken right now than Jared Van der Kooi. The night was looking so good for him, but again, he will have to start from the penalty line.
What a huge disappointment for not only the pole setter, but 3 other riders will have to start way back there on the 6th row.
Yeah, this is going to be extremely tough. They're going to have to hope this track gets racy.
Let's get set for your Mission starting lineup. On the front row, the 32, Dallas Daniels. The 44 is Brandon Robinson. 67 is Davis Fisher. Back there in row number 2, keep your eyes on James Ott. He was fast earlier. Trent Lowe in his rookie season. And don't forget the 3 bike, Breyer Bauman. He's way back in the 3rd row. And he's got to make up some time. And Kristen Beat is down there with our pre-race report.
After qualifying first, Breyer Bauman quite literally slipped to 5th in his heat. Now that means he will start from the 3rd row for this main event. I checked in with his team manager, Shayna Texter Bauman, and she said unfortunately they just missed the setup. Consequently though, that will mean Breyer Bauman will be entering this main event on a bike with a setup that is completely unfamiliar to him. Scotty?
Yeah, that's going to be a lot, Colby. Going out there with something that you haven't ridden yet tonight, it's a bold move.
Yeah, and you're going to immediately know as soon as this warm-up lap starts, you're going to have something foreign underneath you, so you'll know immediately if it's going to work or not. I've done this, and it's paid off before. You know, Breyer Bauman's the rider. You know, he's got the talent level that he can make this work. Even if the change isn't what it needs to be, he's going to be able to figure something out to ride the motorcycle.
This is what we came to see, the Mission AFT Super Twins main event here at the Yamaha Senoia Short Track. Bikes on 6 rows right here. We're 6 rows deep, watching the Christmas tree. It is go time. Dallas Daniels on the inside trying to lead him, but it's Robinson grabbing the whole shot on the Harley-Davidson.
Robinson does grab that whole shot, but Davis Fisher, 67, does grab a good shot. Start, and he's able to move around the outside of Robinson right there on the first lap.
Ott is already up there. He's trying the high line. Now Robinson goes to the high line. Ott is there on the 19 G&G Yamaha.
G&G Yamaha team made a lot of changes before this main event. James Ott's taking advantage of it. The rookie in this class up to 3rd place, going around the outside of Dallas Daniels on the 32. 3 wide off of turn 2 here.
Up the middle comes the 67 of Fisher. Here comes Dallas Daniels. He's at the very bottom of the racetrack. He's been committed to it all night long.
Has been committed, and he's hoping it's going to pay off here. But Davis Fisher sticking up top. Brandon Robinson as well. Dallas Daniels so low. If these guys bobble up top, he's going to be able to capitalize and run away with this lead.
Ott just about ran into the back of the 44 of Robinson, up to 6th place. Now into 5th place. Van der Kooi is on the move from row number 6 on the 20 bike.
Man on the mission, number 20, Van der Kooi on the KTM, using everything he can to fire him up. These guys in the front not running away with it. Van der Kooi looking to get by James Ott.
Fisher's got his hands full. Here goes Robinson to the high line. The 44 is there. The 32 back to the bottom. Dallas Daniels trying to lead this lap.
We are 3 wide coming off the corner. Dallas Daniels putting every ounce of weight he has to the back of that seat to get some grip. Nobody has the advantage right now, Scotty.
Nobody does. Now here comes Briar Bauman. He's working his way towards the front. He's up there with Van der Kooi. They're back there 5th and 6th, but they can see the leaders.
There is an advantage here and there. Davis runs it in a lot harder, grabs the lead. Dallas squirts off the bottom a little better, grabs the lead back. This is amazing racing.
They're trying to go 3 wide once again as Robinson's not giving up on the high line. There's Ott still in that 4th spot on the 19.
They cannot allow Dallas, though, to creep away on that bottom because they're not going to be able to get back underneath him.
Ott's doing an awesome job of holding up the 20 bike. Now Van der Kooi has to let up before hitting the wall over there. We're 3 wide for the lead. Dallas on the bottom. Fisher goes wide. Here comes the 20 bike. He's showing a presence, working his way towards the front. Here comes Van der Kooi, and he's bringing the 3 of Briar Bauman with him.
Van der Kooi's got that rear brake rotor glowing, but he brought the 3 of Briar Bauman, figuring out nobody has the advantage right now. Dallas Daniels has got the lead momentarily, but Davis Fisher is sticking to the outside. Brandon Robinson right along with him on the XG750. Davis Fisher squares up Dallas Daniels and throws it in on him going into turn 3 here.
I don't think Dallas expected that. Fisher let up, set up the pass, and here comes Robinson around the outside into the lead.
This is going to completely change Dallas's momentum, and it does. He is back to 5th place just like that. James Ott almost grabs the lead coming out of turn 2 momentarily, but it is Brandon Robinson up front.
Fisher in 2nd. James Ott in his rookie season battling for a podium spot.
James Ott on the G&G Racing Yamaha team doing absolutely phenomenal as a rookie in 2nd place. This is unreal.
It is the 44. Brandon Robinson on the Harley-Davidson in the lead. Ott and Daniels on Yamaha 2nd and 3rd. And here comes the KTMs. Fisher and the 20 of Van der Kooi.
Brandon Robinson using a little bit of that mechanical traction control, got that rear brake rotor glowing. He's using the rear brake to stand the bike, get it set, coming off the corner and grab some traction. Dallas Daniels does calm down, get back to 2nd place now, but James Ott squares him back up. Davis Fisher's coming along with him.
Fisher goes to the bottom, trying to woe it down, almost runs into Ott. That's going to give Brandon Robinson a little bit more breathing room. Now Robinson's brake starting to glow red just a little bit.
Robinson with a 4/10 of a second gap now, but that's going to get immediately eaten up. He wants to see these guys keep fighting back here, and they are. James Ott's throwing a shot back up the inside, but Davis Fisher will maintain 2nd place. Van der Kooi is right there, and Briar Bauman is there in 5th place as well.
Ott is doing a fantastic job right now, Kristen.
He also finished 2nd here in 2023 on a single. He told me he's just so much better on momentum tracks, and the key to that is keeping the roll speed, not being choppy with the throttle, but allowing himself to roll through the turn, something he is doing so great right now.
Keeping it nice and smooth, Kristen, just like Kristen said, right, Colby?
Yeah, this is all about roll speed. Daytona, you really needed to point and shoot. Here in Senoia, it's all about roll speed. He got 2nd place here. They've got that bike running perfectly, but Briar Bauman is working his way to the front. The 2-time champion knows how to get there. Up to 4th place now, working on getting Dallas Daniels for 3rd.
And there are the halfway flags. 4 minutes down, 4 minutes, and 2 laps remaining. Big P showing the entire field. Robinson doing everything he can to lead this one the rest of the way. Fisher in 2nd. Daniels in 3rd, Briar Bauman's in 4th, Ott and Van der Kooi's kind of settled into that 6th position. Welcome back to the Yamaha Senoia short track. Will Brandon Robinson be the first rider ever to win on a Harley-Davidson XG750? Robinson's pulling away about 0.6 of a second out in front. Fisher and Daniels got their own battle going on for second and third, and that's allowing the 3 bike to close up on that spot.
Yeah, interesting to see Daniels switch up. He was so committed to that bottom line. Once he got shuffled around, Davis squared him up, come off the corner. Now he's moving around a little bit, and we've got some great racing.
We have some lap traffic. They move out of the way. We keep on going. It's the 44 in the lead, the 67 in second. Now the 3 looking up there, takes over the 3rd spot on the Harley-Davidson. Here comes Breyer.
Kristen had that pre-race report where Breyer Bauman threw everything at the wall, and it is sticking right now. Zanotti has done an amazing job tonight. Dave and Michelle throwing something at this bike for it to be able to go to the front, and he is now calmly up in 2nd place.
2nd place. Does he have time to track down the leader? We have Harley-Davidsons in 1st and 2nd, and XG Harley-Davidson has never won in the Premier class.
No, it has not, and tonight we have them in 1st and 2nd, like you had just said. Dallas Daniels going up to the top, trying to get roll speed. He's following Brandon Robinson's line. He's using what he's seeing to try to, he sees Brandon walking away a little bit. He's trying to get it going, but he is higher than anyone else on the track.
0.5 seconds between 1st and 2nd. Breyer Bauman is on the move. He started back there in row number 3. He sees the leader. He's bringing the 32 and the 67 along with. They're closing in on the 44 bike.
Breyer Bauman, fastest rider on the track right now by about 0.2 of a second over Brandon Robinson. 2 laps in a row. He is coming, and he is coming to the lead. Brandon's gap has gone from 0.7 of a second down to 3.
Not much lap traffic just ahead of the leader, so a clear racetrack just ahead for the 44, Brandon Robinson. Here comes the 3 bike, the Rick Ware Racing Harley-Davidson in 2nd, the Estenson Yamaha in 3rd, Fisher hanging on in 4th. And now Vandekoy's got himself into 5th with the other rookie, Trent Lowe, up to 6th.
Guys using these Harley-Davidsons to build roll speed as much as they can on these V-twin engines. The only V-twins out here in the field, and they're using them to their advantage tonight. Rolling the middle line the best they can. These guys are keeping the wheels in line perfectly, trying to be as smooth as they can. Breyer Bauman has kind of plateaued his charge towards Brandon Robinson a little bit here, but with 1 minute left, it is going to be close.
Dallas Daniels drops back to the bottom of the racetrack. That's where he's been running all day. Maybe that's where the bike is set up and running best. As I say that, he goes back to the middle to high line down here in turns 1 and 2.
Yeah, these guys are all running about the same lap times right now. They're trying everything. The track's slick, so there's no line that I see that's better than the other.
So now it looks like Breyer's just following and mimicking what the leader's doing. Here comes the 32. Dallas Daniels is closing back in on the 3 bike. The 3 bike closing in on the 44.
The 3 bike's going to have to get a little bit closer to try to take a shot into one of these corners. Dallas Daniels back to the bottom, trying to find any bit. If he can get inside of the number 3 like he's doing right there, he's doing exactly what his teammate Tom Drain was doing earlier in the singles main.
The 44, Brandon Robinson continues to lead. Breyer Bauman is there. There are some lap riders just ahead. The clock is about to expire. Next time by, they will see the 2 lap to go signal. It is Robinson, Breyer Bauman, and Dallas Daniels back to the bottom.
Dallas Daniels with a very unique line right now, running high in turns 1 and 2 with low in turns 3 and 4. You saw Breyer Bauman move down. He's going for the lead with 2 laps to go. This is going to shake up everything.
Breyer goes to the lead on the 3 bike, but he slips a little wide. And Robinson back on the inside. A lap rider gets out of the way. It's the 44, the 3, and now the 32 in the thick of things. Here comes Dallas Daniels to the white flag.
Breyer Bauman has to stay low here because Dallas is going to be able to take a shot. Breyer Bauman goes up the track. I expect him to be very defensive here in the 3 and 4. Brandon Robinson's going to try to take the shot here, Scotty.
Last corner, what's going to happen? A Harley-Davidson leading through 3 and 4. Daniels drops to the bottom of the racetrack for the first time ever. An XG Harley-Davidson 750 winning the main event here in Senoia.
Throwing it at the wall, the team doing everything they can. Breyer Bauman able to ride that bike amazingly, grabbing the win here. He was down by almost a second over Brandon Robinson at one point. Breyer Bauman, congratulations.
The Progressive American Flat Track Series has been brought to you by Cat Rental Store, the official heavy equipment supplier of Progressive American Flat Track, and by Royal Enfield, an official OEM partner of Progressive American Flat Track.
A statement win. You just asked me, are you serious? We are serious. You are the first to ever win on a Harley XG 750. How good does it feel to know that you're that guy?
I mean, it's so much, right? It means the world to me, to my Rick Ware Racing, Parts Plus, latest motors team. It means more to Dave and Michelle and to Shayna and Ryan and Chris and the guys at SNS and just everyone behind us. I took a gamble, and I told you earlier today that this was the racetrack I thought I was doing it for. We strolled in our heat race. I'm so out of breath from yelling, I'm sorry. we struggled in our heat race pretty bad, and dude, Dave Zanotti, myself, Michelle, Shayna, Chris, Ryan, the whole group just kind of came together and we said, hey, what do we need to do to make this thing better? And it wasn't terrible. I just missed the mark and I was kind of bad myself, but man, it means so much to me. It means so much to my family. A lot of this goes to my brother and my dad for teaching me to be such a good motorcycle racer. Bronson grew up pushing me. Look, I think it's the people who get to work on it that make a motorcycle incredible. And right now I got Dave Zanotti, Michelle DeSalvo, like I said, Shay, Chris, Ryan. We got Kenny Tolbert back home. We got Mike Stegman helping along. And I think those people will make this successful on Saturday. And I just get the chance to ride it and get the credit for it. So, like I said, I'm out of words. I was screaming that whole way around. That was equivalent to the KTM at Lima. And it's just, I'm speechless, even though I just talked for 30 minutes.
Making history out here, Briar Bauman.
What a race it was. The first win for a Harley-Davidson XG 750 was the 3 bike. This is the pass for the lead. They start seeing some traffic. The 3 sets up the pass, goes in high, squares out the corner, comes off low. Up the inside of the 44 bike, Briar made it work on the bottom to make the pass for the lead. Here is the celebration. He took the victory lap all by himself, and this one you can tell meant a little bit extra as he goes in the record books. First win on an XG 750. Congratulations to Briar Bauman. Let's go down to that victory podium. Second place tonight, also on a Harley-Davidson, Brandon Robinson.
Brandon, you seemed so comfortable with the high line. You refused to abandon it, and you told me this wasn't the right setup for this track, but you guys worked through it.
Yeah, I was kind of annoyed from like Q1 on, and we started bottom feeding all day. I'm like, what are we doing? This is a high bank car track, and I was just more comfortable up high all day long, and even in the heat race, even in the dash, and yeah, I found something pretty early in the main event, and I'm like, all right, cool, it's working, and I just kept with it, and when it ain't broke, don't fix it kind of deal, and 2 laps to go, I could just hear someone back here lurking kind of deal. I'm like, man, I know I didn't get away, and I was hoping that my line was still there enough to finish the deal, and man, just a bummer to lead that many laps and not seal the deal and not get that first one on the XG, but I'm glad it's my boy Briar that got it around me in the last lap there, and man, we were training partners pretty much all winter long, riding together, cycling, motorcycles, everything, and it's cool. We made the switch this year off of the Indy, and 6 years on that motorcycle and trying to readapt and learn how to ride and come back to the Harley XG 750 that I was kind of part of developing in the early years, and man, it's super rewarding to get second, but I'm almost more bummed about this second than I was at Daytona getting 5th. Just leading that many laps was huge, but it's good to get the ball rolling for us for the rest of the season. I cannot thank the Roof Systems Mission Foods team enough. They turned everything upside down for our entire program this year and still believe in me, and big shout out to Ben Evans, my crew chief, Kel Colquhoun on suspension. They were throwing the kitchen sink at her today, and we finally got something to sort of stick there for the main event, and I'm just stoked to be up here on the box, and looking forward to continuing at the next race in Ventura.
Brandon, well done. We'll see you in Ventura.
Robinson finishes up in the second spot after leading 20 laps tonight. He's super excited about it, but he definitely wanted the win. Here is a look at the official results. Briar Bauman by 0.2 seconds over Brandon Robinson. Dallas Daniels is 3rd. Davis Fisher is 4th. And Van de Kooi with the starting at the tail of the field, starting in that 6th row, gets all the way up to 5th place. And let's go back to Kristen for the final time with Dallas Daniels 3rd place.
Dallas, you were trying the high line, we were trying the low line. You found a hybrid line somewhere in there. It looked like you were trying everything out there.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Such a odd main event. In that main event, I kind of had a plan, and I got a good start, and me and Davis were playing big cat and mouse. And it was like, you know, he just kept coming up underneath me, and I kept coming. I felt like I had some pace, but I needed to put him back. And as we were going at it, here come Brandon around the top, and I seen what he was doing, but I didn't really get too nervous as he started to check out. I kind of stuck to my guns, and then I'm like, okay, I got to go. So I went to the top, and the top felt pretty decent. About that time, here come Briar, and he's riding around the middle, and about the middle of the race, I just got lost, like a high, low, middle. I wasn't quite sure. Everything I was doing was kind of working. My essence in racing Mountain Yamaha felt phenomenal everywhere I rode, and I just kind of got lost, and I figured, man, I got to find something I got to stick to it if I really want to catch these guys, because they were starting to pull away, and so I had a really weird line in both corners, and I was making it work, and I got to them, and then thought I was maybe going to get Brandon at the line there. But, you know, hey, like, this one hurts. Like, I come from the back and won, and, you know, we got a little taste of our own medicine tonight, Briar doing it to us, so it's going to be a battle this year, and, you know, we need to dial a few things in, but tonight, I mean, that was just a race, and we got beat.
Let's Take a look at the Mission SuperTwins point standings. Dallas Daniels by 1 point, your leader over Briar Bauman. Those are the 3 winners so far this season. Robinson sitting 3rd, Davis Fisher's in 4th, and Van de Kooi round out your top 5. What a great night of racing out here tonight at the Yamaha Senoia Short Track. A beautiful racetrack. It made for some excellent racing all day and into the night. Chase set off winning, starting in the 9th spot in the singles class, and he earned that one. And in the Super Twins class, again, starting 9th was the 3, worked his way through the pack. It was a great race. Briar taking the win. On behalf of Kristen Beat, Colby Carlisle, I'm Scotty Dibler. We'll see you in Ventura.